are the stuff of legend. I Would Die is such a banger. So hooky, so iconic. I think it's one of Prince's most recognizable songs.
I would die for you.
Yeah. Great drum fills. Again, just he plays every instrument on the track.
I mean, he is an amazing artist. I mean, just overall, everything that he does from writing to producing to all the instruments he plays. I'm going to go with...
Are you doing an 11th hour change up here?
I know! See? What are you doing? I'm not changing it. I'm going to go with I Would Die for You.
Okay, that's what I had to.
Okay.
Yep, I Would Die for the Win. Again, it's one of those most recognizable Prince songs. I think if you see a collection of Prince, that song's on every collection or every playlist. It's one of those essential Prince tracks.
Yes, for sure. And people are just recognize that song. It's such an iconic song.
And I think, again, people associate that song most with Purple Rain.
Mm-hmm. With the movie, yep, for sure.
So it's starting to shape up like we're favoring Purple Rain more than 1999, but both of these albums have solid songs.
This is a great matchup, and I hope you're tallying along as well, because it is tough, and it's hard not to want to flip-flop on some of these, but I'm sticking to my guns.
Now, the last 3 or 4 here.
I wonder if we chose the same ones like the last.
Yeah, because there are some really standout tracks
on one specific album versus the other.
Yes.
And I didn't even look at the albums. I was just like, okay, listening. And then when I finished, I was like, wow. Like, I didn't think it was going to turn out the way it did.
I think what we forgot to do before we got into this, though, is what we discovered was that on 1999, it has 10 songs.
Oh, right.
Purple Rain only has 9 tracks. So what we did was we omitted a song off of 1999, which was All the Critics Love You in New York. Which is...
I wasn't even familiar with that song.
It's kind of an song, and I feel sacrilege even saying that because there
know.
are really no Prince songs.
I know.
But I just didn't feel like that one stood out on the whole body of that whole album.
Right. Just
and we needed something to take off so then we could add Irresistible Bitch to the Purple Rain album.
Right, to kind of even it out. And I think we did that. So there's just a few tracks left, and I'm very curious to see where, Jason, you landed, because I know you were saying in the 11th hour, you were like,
And this is one of those 11th hour possible change-ups that I consider. I think I'm
now?
I think I'm going to leave it alone.
Don't touch it!
I think I'm going to leave it as it is in my notes. It's the Battle of the Great Eights.
Yes.
Track 8 from 1999 is Free. Track 8 on Purple Rain, Baby I'm a Star. I want to hear what you have
Okay,
first.
These are both great songs, and I have my little list here, and you will see that I've crossed out one and then crossed out the other, then circled it again, then crossed it out. I mean, I could not make a decision on this one to save my life.
Yeah.
Okay, if I had to pick one, I mean, I love both of these tracks, both equally very strong, upbeat, lots of energy.
Yes.
I'm not going to change it. Okay, I went with Baby I'm a Star. Whew, I'm leaving it alone.
Okay. Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, Regis. All right, again, to me, I thought this was the ballad versus the upbeat banger. Baby I'm a Star, it feels like a workout anthem, you know? You're going over to Planet Fitness.
Oh, gosh.
And you've got your earbuds in. You're like, I'm going to
like it's getting you
jump
pumped
on this treadmill for a minute.
Okay.
And so, Baby I'm a Star, you know? Like, I would put that on any 80s playlist.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, that would stand alone. Love the message and the lyrical content of Free. Free to be who you are, free to do what you want. I think that those are words that are still relevant to the state of our current nation.
And Prince embodied that. Be who you want to be.
Yeah.
He didn't care what critics thought. He didn't care what anyone thought about how he dressed, looked, whatever. And I love that about him. And
Baby I'm a Star, it's pretty big energy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for my ultimate Prince playlist, I have a lot of that already. So Free gets my vote.
Wow.
I wanted something with a message on there. I think it's still relevant to our current
state of, affairs and just everything that we're going through as a nation.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So that would have been a good one to put on our episode about the songs that make you feel something.
That just to be positive and have that mindset.
Right.
Okay, that's a good one to add. Okay, we are at track number 9. 1999, we have Lady Cab Driver versus... I mean...
Is it done?
It's done. Purple Rain.
Yeah.
I don't even have to say a thing. Purple Rain.
Again, this was really tough for me because I like
Jason.
both songs.
They're great.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, some might say no contest. Give Purple Rain the win. I'm saying Lady Cab Driver holds its own.
Wow.
However, it's just Lady Cab Driver. Ooh. Like, I mean,
it's a cool
filled
feel.
with those yummy synth and funk and soul and lots of lady moaning in the last few minutes of the track.
It's Prince. Come on.
But no, I'm pretty sure that wasn't Prince
No,
moaning.
that wasn't Prince moaning, but that's the Prince.
That might have been Sheila E. That might have been Apollonia. I'll get her name right.
You'll get her. It's just the Prince vibe, that whole sound that he had.
Yeah. If Lady Cab Driver was up against any other song, I would give it the win. But come on, it's Purple Rain.
Thank you. Oh, gosh, Jason, you had me scared on that one. Whew.
Just the way that it builds and it continues to climb towards the end. That like,
Bro, I think you just broke a glass in the corner.
Maybe I shattered some glass. Yeah,
Jason.
I got goosebumps thinking about the song right now.
After we're done, I'm going to go watch Purple Rain.
Absolutely.
I never get tired of that movie.
No. And it's iconic alone just for the imagery in the movie. It's definitely a great album closer.
Oh, yeah.
However, we added a song for this album clash here.
Right.
But on its own.
On its own.
It's the last song on the Purple Rain album.
So because we had to omit the song and even them out, we are now at track 10. So 1999 is International Lover versus Purple Rain, Irresistible Bitch.
Oh.
I want to know your thoughts on this.
I love both songs so much.
Love them.
Yeah. And again, I think these are both great album closers.
They are.
Adding Irresistible Bitch back into the Purple Rain album to round it out and to close it out. Good choice.
Yeah.
I think it's solid. I mean, we could have flip-flopped Purple Rain and Irresistible. But again, I wanted two songs that were going to go up against each other that...
pretty level,
right.
on both type of sound. I'm curious to see where you went with this. Did you flip-flop at all on this?
I thought about it. Again, this was almost one of those last inning change-ups. Both are great album closers. Mm-hmm. International Bitch, full of that funk attitude. It's got some swagger.
Wait, did you say international bitch? Wait, which one are we talking about?
Irresistible.
Get your bitches right.
Right. I'm a bitch. I'm a lover.
I got Meredith in the studio
Right.
with us. Okay. Focus.
Where all my bitches at? They're international.
Okay, so we got International Lover versus Irresistible.
IB, again, full of that funk attitude and that swagger, and, it's tasty. I wrote down tasty on here. Yeah.
Okay.
But you want to get busy tonight, Adri? Put on that International Lover. It's got that raw sex appeal. Love the theme of, Prince being the pilot, and you're aboard the Purple Passion Airlines.
You really are on this track. I mean,
you're joining the Mile High Club tonight.
You're going full steam on this. There's no turning back.
It's got those great Sunday night slow jam vibes,
It does.
It's got that soul, that squealing.
The iconic sound.
This was a tough choice for my perfect Paisley playlist.
Give it to me. Come on.
Not crazy about having 3 slower tempo songs in a row, but International Lover barely stands out for me.
Boy. I went, and I did not flip-flop on this.
Okay.
I went with Irresistible Bitch, and I love that James Brown funk feel to that song.
Oh, I even wrote down James Brown here.
I mean, when you hear it, you're just like, I'm in it. That is my choice. No flip-flops.
Okay. Wow. I thought I had you pegged for International because I thought, you've been talking throughout the episode about just loving those Prince slow jams and him getting you in that mood and giving off those feels for you.
I
wonder if your husband would be fully supportive of your decision here.
I don't know if he would support that one.
All right, so now what we have to do is we have to go and give all 10 tracks on our, I'm calling it the Perfect Paisley playlist.
Okay.
I did make some 11th hour changes
No.
to where the songs are on my playlist.
Like you mean in sequence, like where you wanted them to
Yes.
land? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I want to maybe have a couple of upbeat songs and maybe a couple ballads and then pick it back up. Like I was all about like the tempo and the flow of like
The
album
programmer came out in
structure,
you. Okay.
the playlist structure. So number 1, I went with Let's Go Crazy.
Okay.
Number 2, Little Red Corvette.
Nice.
The Beautiful Ones, to kind of slow it down a bit, at number 3. Followed by Computer Blue at number 4.
Ooh.
So you have a couple of Purple Rain tracks back to back.
Right.
And then I bring it back up with those dance vibes. DMSR, middle of the
That's a good
playlist there,
I like that.
and it kind of stays up there for a minute. When Doves Cry at number
And
6,
you bring it, yep.
and then I Would Die for You at 7, and then we slow it down. And I've got 3 kind of ballady or slower tempo songs in a row. Not thrilled that it shook out like this, but again, I feel like these are 3 really strong choices. I had Free, International Lover, and then I'm wrapping it up with Purple Rain because the epicness of Purple Rain.
I mean, it's it's just an awesome song. You can't go against it, and if you do, it's wrong.
Yes.
I mean,
on so many levels.
You just won't win. Okay, so like I tallied up, 1999, the ones that you chose, and then versus Purple Rain, and it looks like, unless I'm doing my math incorrectly, it's been a long week. It looks like Jason and we both chose Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? I mean, I thought you were going to go with 1999 for some reason in my heart. I just thought that was going to be yours. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with either album. I honestly thought, too, I would go with 1999 more because of it's more upbeat, more fun, I guess you could say.
But then you go back to Purple Rain. I mean, we both chose Purple Rain.
Yeah. And there's songs on the Purple Rain album, again, that are storytelling songs. And I just kept going back to how iconic for the time and even still today the movie is.
Oh, yeah.
It's
to this day. If you have not seen Purple Rain, watch it.
Yeah, you owe it to yourself.
You really do.
Next time there is rain outside.
It's been a while.
I can't bet that it's going to be a particular color.
But
you can make it Purple Rain up on your Netflix.
Yes, you can.
Knock out a couple hours, watch Purple Rain, get yourself familiar, introduce yourself to Prince if you aren't familiar already.
Such an amazing artist that transcended so many years and just kept evolving and influenced so many people and artists.
Did you have a track-by-track listing for your
I did
playlist?
not. I couldn't do it. No. Nope.
Okay.
I wasn't even going to go there. I wasn't even going to do it.
All right. I respect that.
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Classic album clash.
This was so much fun.
I can't wait to do more of these in the future.
Me too.
You were talking about George Strait and Tom Petty. Speaking on a podcast about Tom Petty, I'm going to go listen to that.
Me too.
I'm going to pay attention to that. Maybe we'll do like a Tom Petty classic album clash. There's so many now because we were going back and forth and getting our notes for 1999 and Purple Rain that I just started thinking, I want to do an album clash on this band or these 2 albums from the 80s. And then I started thinking about 90s ones and more current ones we can do.
There's so many. And feel free to let us know who you ended up choosing as your ultimate playlist and which album you love.
Yes, who do you agree with? Although I feel like we both had pretty strong songs. We're right there kind of in the middle for a lot of them.
Right.
We meet in the middle, neath that old Georgia pine.
Look at you! Look at you!
I'm just trying to I'm trying to stay in your world a little bit.
With the country world.
Yeah. So let us know on our socials, 1999 or Purple Rain, which album is the better album in your opinion?
Yes, let us know. I'm curious to hear it.
At UTI Music Pod on Twitter, at Under the Influence Music Pod on both Instagram and Facebook. I'm Jason.
I'm Adri.
And this is Under the Influence.